Feet First Promotions and Zetland FM are proud to present Joni Harms and her daughter Olivia. They are returning to our area in September, playing 3 dates locally. On the 14th at Saltburn Theatre, on the 27th at Danby Village Hall, and on the 28th at Great Broughton Village Hall. You can get your tickets from Feet First at 53 High Street, Stokesley, at 01642 713 575, or contact promoter Ray Freeman on 07505 259 613. Now, I got the pleasure of having Joni come along to the studio, and we were just talking a little bit about Joni's life in Canby, Oregon.
I don't know if you've ever seen the Waltons, but it was in some ways kind of like that. We all got along extremely well, and lots of family dinners with music, and just a wonderful childhood for sure.
Yeah. Tell me about one of my favorites, because I'm getting to choose the music that you'll hear, and tell me all about Millie. I just think that is a lovely song.
I'd love to. The majority of that song is true. I was first signed to Capitol Records in the early 90s and was asked to go out for breakfast with all the crew there. It was the publicists and the manager and, the producer, who was none other than Jimmy Bowen, who produced Frank Sinatra, Reba McEntire, George Strait. I was obviously on pins and needles to be hoping I would say and do the right things around them. And we went to this place called the Pancake Pantry, and, I was so nervous I didn't know if I could eat a bite. But I looked up, and this waitress came just bouncing up to the table, and she had her little badge on that said Millie. And she said, "Well, have we got somebody new that we're signing to Capitol Records?" And they all said, "Yeah, this is Joni Harms from Canby, Oregon. She's our little country girl." And so, anyway, she said, "Well, welcome to Nashville, Joni, and what can I get you for breakfast this morning?" And so, true story, I felt better. I just kind of watched her as she worked her magic at every table she went to, Richard. And then she, came and served my breakfast and said goodbye when I left. And so a couple months went by, and I came back to Nashville to work on some co-writing, which was new for me to write with someone else. Yeah. Most of the writing I'd done had been just by myself. So I said to the co-writer that I was going to go write with that day, "Could we meet at the Pancake Pantry? I'd like to, get to know you and have a cup of coffee with you first. And plus, I wanted to go and see if Millie was there." And we went in, and sure enough, she was there. And not only did she remember me, but true story, Richard, she remembered what I'd ordered for breakfast.
Oh, that's fantastic,
yeah,
isn't it?
So she loved her job.
That's good to know. She must have been in a position to meet and serve an awful lot of lovely people then.
Oh, absolutely. And she did love it so much that this is kind of a funny little extra for you. But I took my kids to Nashville several years later, and said, "Well, let's go to the Ryman and have some fun." And I said, "Would you like to see the place where I met Millie?" And so we went in there, and she was in her 80s, but she was filling in for somebody who was sick that day. Wow. Still waiting tables in their 80s. So they got to meet Millie too. So that was extra special.
Millie was a waitress in a small cafe, loved her job and never missed a day. For 33 years she poured coffee. She carried dirty dishes with amazing grace, always had a big smile on her face, even when her feet were aching. She brought more to the table than the order she was taking. But when you're doing what you love and loving what you do, you won't start nothing that you don't see through. You gotta have patience and a whole lot of faith. Now that's a real good tip that Millie passed my way. I was just a kid fresh out of school, working that summer to see me through. Then I was moving on to greener pastures. Millie kinda took me under her wing, said making money don't mean a thing. It all depends on how you earn it. Some folks waste their whole life and never learn it. But when you're doing what you love and loving what you do, you won't start nothing that you don't see through. You gotta have patience and a whole lot of faith. Now that's a real good tip that Millie passed my way. myself one of Millie's million friends. Because I'm doing what I love and loving what I do, I won't start nothing that I don't see through. I try to have patience and a whole lot of faith, thanks to a real good tip that Millie passed my way. Yeah, what a real good tip that Millie passed my way.
Come along and enjoy country music at its finest with Joni and Olivia Harms. We'll see you there.